Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. This is your daily crypto wrap up where I give you all the day's crypto news in less than 3 minutes, usually more than 3 minutes. Looking at the price of Bitcoin today, guys, we've got Bitcoin at 48.1. Is this the beginning of the turnaround? Well, we're seeing some signs. It certainly could be. Ethereum at 38, ADA at $1.25, XRP at 81 cents. XRP has held pretty well in my opinion. Biggest winners of the day, we got Bitcoin ABC. 374% gain. That's insane. Pancake Swap, Dogecoin, Oikomi, Deso, AVAX, eGold, and Matic, all over 10% gainers. So let's talk about Bitcoin real quick because I really want to take a look at the charts because we got something really interesting here. I don't know if I've seen this many green and red dots on a momentum wave in quite some time on the daily chart. You guys know we did have our two green dot formation that we were talking about, which was very extremely bullish. Then we got this red dot that was right there. And now, just one day later, we've got another green dot that's popped up. So, but what does it say? Well, let's say Bitcoin's really at a decision point right now, and it can't make up its mind. The large green dot formation compounded with the fact we had a red dot show up today that did not play out, thank God. It makes me lean once more again that we are going to see this explosion coming up very soon. So we'll have to see what happened. I know a lot of the charter guys are telling you it's not going to happen. So check out the crypto news of the day. We got a lot of interesting stuff going on in Washington this week. We got stablecoins. Sherrod Brown, new name for this guy, Sherrod Brown, is coming after stablecoins along with Elizabeth Warren. Said this on the live stream the other day. The Democrats better be very careful about how they position themselves versus crypto. Because right now, two of the three loudest anti-crypto voices, Sherrod Brown, Elizabeth Warren, the banking broad, and, of course, the weasel himself, Brad Sherman. So Sherrod Brown came out making huge statements about stablecoins, negative statements saying they want to come after him. Then we had Elizabeth Warren, if I can ever get it to come up, saying DeFi is the most dangerous part of the crypto world, blah, blah, blah. Saying that, when it comes to stable coins and DeFi, that when everybody needs to cash out, the money for the stable coins is not going to be there. She has a fundamental misunderstanding of crypto. And I want you to think about this. Who do a lot of these super liberal Democrats, who do they pretend that they're for? They pretend, all politicians are pretenders, but they pretend like they're for the people. They're for the small guys, right? Well, in these statements, these two people coming out against crypto, against stablecoins, who are they for? They're for the banks. They are central bank paid and sponsored lackeys. That's what they are. They're not rallying against banks. They want banks to win because they're paid off by big banks. That's why I call Elizabeth Warren the banking broad. Now we can add Sherrod Brown to the list. Other interesting stuff, speaking about another paid lackey for the central banks, Janet Yellen, who became a multi-millionaire in the last couple of years, just doing Zoom calls, speaking to banks, sponsored by banks. Meanwhile, she's the Treasury Secretary. You can't make this stuff up. You guys know the infrastructure bill had all this weird broker language in it. Well, here's big news. She's now been asked by a bipartisan committee, people that we like in crypto, Rob Portman, Mark Warner, who is a Democrat, Mike Crapo, Kristen Sinema, also a Democrat, Pat Toomey, and Cynthia Lummis. And I point that out because I am starting to see this Democrat versus Republican, anti-crypto versus crypto. Everything becomes political in the United States. It's so dumb, but they are shaping up on the wrong side. But what I do want to say here is, good for all of these people. They're trying to get more information on what is a broker, what is not a broker in the infrastructure bill. The question is to Janet Yellen, how will they enforce the broker language? And that's the most important thing. I'm way over time. Bitcoin go up? Drop it in the comments. That's all I got. Be blessed. Bye-bye.